Alright, what is up guys? So the collector's edition for the new Melty Blood came in today, and I figured what better place to do an unboxing for it than the scientifically proven most optimal place to talk about Melty Blood. All jokes aside, we are in fact here with an unboxing of the brand new collector's edition of Melty Blood Type Lumina. This is a brand new iteration of Melty Blood meant to be in continuity with the new Tsukihime remake. And it just seems like the other day we did the unboxing for the Tsukihime remake special edition. And this came out a mere few weeks later, which is really cool. And not only is it cool to have a new Melty Blood, but it's really cool that this was made alongside the Tsukihime remake. And it doesn't seem like it was made over a terribly long period of time, unless it was developed in secret. Now, this is supposed to be, I'm going to go ahead and take the bubble wrap off and continue talking about it, but this is, like I said, supposed to be a prequel to the other Melty Bloods, or potentially even a prequel to Tsukihime. We don't entirely know yet. This game got a worldwide release yesterday, so it actually shipped remarkably quick to get here basically a day after the release date. Thank you to CD Japan for that. One of the only things I did not order off of AmiAmi this year. So there it is. It looks really, really cool. Can't wait to see. I don't actually know what's in this, but it's quite a bit heavier than the Tsukihime one. We'll just go ahead and we'll just do a comparison really quick here. The Tsukihime one has a different dimensions to the box. So the Tsukihime one is oriented this way, of course. And the Tsukihime box is thicker, but also quite a bit lighter. If you remember, the Tsukihime one just had the game and an art book in there, and that was really about it. I have no idea what this has, so we're going to find out as we crack it open. Also, I mentioned the Z rating from Sero for this game, which apparently was for intense gore. This one's only rated C from Sero, which would imply significantly less graphic content to worry about there. We're on a roll with Type Moon videos right now. I've got a bunch of Extella uploads in the backlog, and then the main Extella video for the Type Moon retrospective is being edited right now as I record this. I am probably still a couple of days away from finishing it. I am editing the story portion right now, and hopefully we'll have it up at the beginning of next week, but we'll see how that goes. So unfortunately, the box does have a little slip cover thing at the bottom there, which looks cool, but these are very fragile and flimsy, and a lot of CDs, music albums come with these, and then the Blu-rays for like Heaven's Feel and that kind of thing come with these. Now, what I think is really cool is, even though this is technically the front right here, this is what has me really impressed. So this is the other side, and this is the primary promotional artwork for the game. So, like I said, this game is available right now for digital download in English on Steam, PS4, Switch, and Xbox, which is really impressive. But I pre-ordered a Japanese PS4 copy, which is what we have here, not anticipating there being an English version, but even if I knew the English version was coming this way, I would pre-order the Japanese one anyway just to have a hard copy. But I did digitally download it on the PS4 last night when it came out, and it plays very smooth. I was quite happy with how smooth it played. I was playing as Shiki a little bit, and granted, I am not good at fighting games. You guys should know this based on what I talked about in the part 5 of the retrospective. There's the game itself, Melty Blood Type Lumina, made by Delightworks, which I think is that the same company that makes Grand Order? Yeah, I believe it is. But of course, Type Moon's name is still on here to an extent. They just weren't the actual programmers for it, similar to how Extella was programmed by Marvelous. Graphics are really cool in this. The sort of hand-drawn sprites really do come to life pretty nicely, but I was expecting them to be a little bit cleaner than they are. They are more reminiscent of the more pixelized style of the older Melty Blood games. So let's see what else we have in here. So there's a little cardboard insert with evidently nothing in it. And that reveals, oh, this must be the art book down here. So I wonder what this is. This appears to, oh my god, it's a soundtrack. That's awesome. So I love the just matte black on here with this. It just looks very simplistic and really cool. I really love that a lot. So this is a soundtrack apparently. I guess I have to open that just to make sure there isn't any artwork or anything in here that is of note. I'm sure this has cool artwork in it, so we'll check it out. I'm just going to try not to get fingerprints on that nice matte black finish there. Wow, that does look really cool. No No artwork though, but yeah, if we have a soundtrack for Melty Blood, bring it on. That is, wow, it's 3 discs too. That is so cool. And then a little booklet, which is all in Japanese, that I'm assuming describes what is, a little bit about the music there, which is really cool. So this may be the only way to own sort of the album of the soundtrack, which is so cool. Definitely did not expect to have that. And then this appears to be a not just a art book for current game, but appears to actually chronicle the entire Melty Blood series. I don't know if you can see that on the back there, but it mentions Melty Blood, React, Accadenza, Actors Again, Current Code, and then finally Type Lumina. I think the one I have on the PS2 is Accadenza. Okay, we got it. And this has a full slipcover on the front, which again looks very dark and imposing and just really cool. So try to flip through that a little bit and not spoil off the whole thing. Shows the whole chronology of the whole Melty Blood series there, which is pretty cool. And then some of the assets there, some of the really old artwork that I think holds up reliably well. This game, because of it being based off the remake and where it takes place in the timeline, there's a lot of characters that do not appear in this remake, including Scion, which is a Melty Blood staple. Only appears in Melty Blood and no other Type Moon works. Tonoshiki, Arcade, Akiha, CL, Nero Chaos. Really cool characters. The maids, which are always iconic. And they added some new characters into Melty Blood that were not previously in Tsukihime. It's interesting how this game has a following as a fighting game that exists sort of in a vacuum outside of the rest of Type Moon. Like, you can be a Melty Blood fan and not be a Tsukihime fan. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of people that don't know what Tsukihime is, and it's really interesting to see other like fighting games that try to have like visual novel spin-offs based off of them. Like BlazBlue had that like X-Blaze game that was like based off of BlazBlue, and it was a weird visual novel. And it's like, I don't know who can actually take the storyline of BlazBlue seriously, but that's a great fighting game series that I really enjoy, and full respect where it's due. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a formula that necessarily works out every time. And then, of course, Fate had Fate Limited Codes, which doesn't really seem like hey, let's make a adaptive fighting game based off a visual novel, more so than it is just a sort of a licensed game based off of another IP, which does happen sometimes. But yeah, it's cool to see story-driven games, visual novels get fighting game adaptations, but Melty Blood kind of exists in its own circle outside of that. So, all right, that appears to be everything that the collector's edition includes. Again, I'm not going to show everything, but that is it. So, guys, definitely download this game and pick it up and practice with it right now. It plays super slick, very tight, and this is coming from somebody that doesn't really play fighting games at all. So you can take my word for it on this. Definitely give this game a shot. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.